Welcome to part 10 of Sound Doctrine, November the 17th, 2022. And like I said, it may take a few days to get all these up. And if it does, I apologize. But everything in God's time. He knows where, when, why, and how that He has each thing done. And I'm going to get on over into this word. We were talking about the little light, and I told you about the little boy who filled the room and completed the assignment in part 9. There's us coming out of part 9. Somebody would be having some lung issues, wouldn't they? It's the breath of God, little one. Just breathe. Jesus has given you your breath. You're alive now. Jesus is calling you from out of the grave. Nothing by any means can hurt you. Just believe in Him. Death is for the sinner, not for the saint. So just breathe. I know it's hard sometimes. It feels like you're breathing through water. That'll pass. You're going through transition. And I know sometimes sickness throws us into that headlong in ways we never knew it could. Sin sickness will do that to you. And it doesn't matter what kind of medicines or anything doctors can give you when you have sin sickness. Nothing cures that. But the good Lord Almighty, He forgives sins. How does He do that? We go to the elders, allowing them to lay hands on us. Once that is done, all you have to do is believe. That's it. Just believe. You don't have to take medicine. You don't have to do any of that. Just believe in Jesus. You know, after my vid moment, I came home and they didn't even give me the steroids to come home on to decrease me off, to wean me down off of it. And it was very hard on my lungs. And what you may not understand is when I went in for that, I had not had any pharmacia in my system in over a year of any kind. And the Lord told me to go in there because there were things I needed to see. So He let my oxygen level drop so I could go in and do for Him something that needed done in that hospital room. I never understood the point to my having to go. But I get it now. There was a little woman in that room with me, and they tried to pressure her into doing things. These things for the vid. After she healed up, after she got home and healed up, they told her she had to do this. And she told them no, it was against her beliefs because it changes you. And I saw that doctor whom I had known since my childhood, mind you. I will not name names. But I had known him since my childhood. And I had never seen him act like that before. And he went toward that woman with a fierceness and raised his voice to her, and he talked to her like a devil. And he said, now I told you, you need to take that. You need to do that when you get well enough. And I was sitting there reading my Bible at the time. And I closed it and I laid it on my chest and I began to pray. And I said, Lord, this is not right. What would you have me do? And he finished her examination and then he come to me. And there I sat with my Bible on my chest, my arms folded across my chest, holding my Bible tight. And I looked him in the face and I said, what you are doing is wrong. I said, that woman told you that's against her beliefs and that is her right. You have no right to try to push someone into something that goes against what their God, their eternal God, is telling them, who dwelleth on the inside of us. And don't even mention it to me because I will never do it. And I said, what you have done, you lied to her just then. In a good 90% of everything you said. And she was hearing every word of this. And I said, what you just did, who are you? And where's the man that I knew that used to be in things for helping the people? Actually to help people. Where's the man that believed in angels? Because you ain't him. And it was just a dark time. But I come out of that hospital. And because I had confronted him, I did not get the treatment that I should have. But the Lord used that to teach me. The world is not going to be fair to us. They are not going to give us things. It's going to be up to us to look after each other, to help one another in the days ahead. And I'm talking to the true believers in Christ that are baptized in His name, that are water baptized in His name, and that fully believe in Him and on Him, and that have a relationship with Him. Those that are spirit-filled and led of God. You know what I'm talking about, and you know this is truth. A little one that's breathing hard, that's having issues, I don't know, the flu, the RSV, whatever's going on. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid. Peace. Be still. Peace. Be still. For thou art mine, little one, and I will not loose thee from my hand, saith the Lord. You are safe. Take a deep breath. You're alive now. The voice of Jesus is calling you, telling you, take a deep breath. Relax. You are safe. He will not loose you from His hand. Read Romans 8. Nothing can separate us from the hand of God. Just breathe. Don't worry about all the things you got to get done. Let them go for now. Stop worrying. Stop stressing. Relax. That stress and worry, anxiety, that's just adding more to your problem. Jesus will not fail you. Don't be afraid to put your full trust in Him. He will not fail you. When I came home from the hospital and I put my trust in Him, and I had some rough weeks there. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't walk across the room because I wasn't being weaned off the steroid. And the few days I was in there, I went from not having any kind of pharmacia to being bombarded with those steroids to get me over the vid moment. And I had to pray a lot. And I read my word. And it was hard. It was very hard to concentrate when your oxygen level is low and you cannot breathe. Trust me, I get it. And then I came home and I had that rough time and I had to pray through a lot. And I mean a lot. But the Lord brought me out because I'm still here. He's going to bring you out too, and you're still going to be here until He says you go. We don't go anywhere till He says we go. So rest assured in that. Nothing can take your life, but if you just give up. If you just give up and stop believing in the Lord and stop trying, then you've given Him your life. So don't do that. And I'm going to tell the rest of this testimony for the glory of the Lord, because it was Jesus who did all this. It wasn't nothing to do with me. Because I'm nothing. I'm nobody. And what He did for me, He'll do for anybody. I was just a little poor hick that couldn't even read when I was little. And by grace, the Lord taught me to read. By grace, the Lord has brought me through multiple illnesses and accidents, car accidents. And I walk by faith daily. Nobody can tell me about the miracles that God can and can't do. I've seen them. I've lived them. And heartache, though, can make you want to go. It can make you want to give up and just go on home. But let me tell you something that I've learned here lately. God knows what you can endure. And it don't matter how much you want to go. Till He says it's your time, it's not. And you don't know what blessings wait on the morrow. Don't give up till He's done with you. He'll let you know when that is, when you can come home. Until then, just breathe. Don't worry about the things in this life and the things of this world. Just breathe. Just worry about and concentrate on serving the Lord and praising Him. I came back off of that pharmacia and I have not gone back on to it. I had a sinus infection about this time last year. I took nothing. The Lord told me to take a spoonful of honey a day, and I did that. And I drank some juice. And I continue to drink the juices. Juice is just good for you. Fruit juice, And real fruit juice. It's good for you. And I did that. And I prayed. And I had the elders to pray for me. And that's all I did. And you know what? I came out of that. No pharmacia whatsoever. And I'm still here. And you will be too. Trust Jesus. He is greater. And I will see you in the next part, and we will get into this word. But these testimonials are definitely important.